Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pnoid News, man. Listen, so I got a dono on the 27th of January, and I realize it's like the 12th of February right now. But I'll be honest with you, this is kind of like a bigger video, and I wanted to do it with Willie, and I wanted to wait till I have my computer and I had proper internet, be able to do it. But Willie's not around, and I want to get this motherfucker knocked out. I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of time to be getting this stuff type of done. But this here, TK donated $14.88. Thank you. You know what I'm saying, for the 14 words. Yo, grab Willie and do an update in the car market. Here's a jump off point. But if you got a better place to start, then do it instead. Well, sir, thank you very much for trusting my ability. So what I did was I went to Facebook Marketplace in 6 different cities in the United States. I went to San Jose. I went to Austin, Texas. I went to Atlanta. I went to Pittsburgh. And I went to Michigan. You know what I mean? Oh, Kansas City. Did I say Kansas City? Kansas City. Right? That way, you know what I mean? Like, we have a good spread about what you're going to find throughout the country. I did not go to Portland. I did not go to New York or Massachusetts or New Jersey because we'll be honest with you, those are small insular markets of themselves, right? And like the things that affect those markets and the traffic and the type of cars that they want are insane, right? And most of those cars end up getting trashed because driving inside of a city, you hit way more things. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to New Jersey, like the main state color of cars is duct tape, right? So like, you know, it is what it is. I just didn't want to do most of that because it doesn't make any sense to do that. But I figured Pittsburgh would be a good view of Ohio, West Virginia, PA, Maryland, that type of shit. Atlanta's pretty good for looking at North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. Austin as a whole is pretty much going to be indicative of Texas, you know what I mean? Where like you kind of, it's like centralized type of sort of kind of thing where you'll have the Mexicans, you'll have, you know what I mean, the whites, you have the blacks. So you get a good mix of all the stuff. Kansas City, that will cover most of the plains area. You know what I mean? Like Kansas City will be indicative of what you will find in Missouri, Iowa, Eastern Tennessee or Western Tennessee, Colorado, New Mexico, these type of things. It'll be kind of almost the same thing because the climate's the same type of thing. And then like out in the desert, I didn't want to do a lot of things like Arizona shit because it doesn't snow. So like you're not getting a lot of different types of weather. So therefore you're not going to get, you know, heavy duty SUVs or 4-wheel drive trucks as much. And I went out to San Jose because, well, that's, you know, I mean, indicative of Texas. It's right below San Francisco. So it's like midway through California. It's not down on the bottom near San Diego. It's not LA. You know, I mean, it's not Northern Cali, but it also is a city. So therefore, and it's not San Francisco where like, you know, everybody drives, you know, Priuses. So that's also going to be indicative of like Washington and Oregon remotely. Washington, Oregon's on the western boundaries, whole different animal, right? Or eastern boundaries. Whole different animal, like, and there's 12 people there. So I'll be honest with you, there's no reason to cover this, right? So I wanted to show y'all all of this, right? So we're going to start off in the SUV market, okay? So we're going to start off in Kansas City, right? In Kansas City, you have 2012 GMC Yukon 1500 SLT Sport Utility four-door, right? So this is basically going to be it's a Yukon XL, so this is basically a Chevy Suburban in the end of the day. 246,000 miles for $6,120. I'll be honest with you, okay? This is an expensive SUV historically, right? But the thing is that it's a really good model, right? It just really is. Like, it's just bulletproof. It's either going to have the 5.3 or like a 6.2 in it. It's going to be a great vehicle. And it will pretty much run forever. And it's 4-wheel drive. Like, people love these things and they always hold their value. 2014 GMC Terrain. Now, of the SUVs, there's a lot of these Terrains out here, right? And they're pretty much universal across like all the areas. You know what I'm saying? You'll find them on all these places. No matter where you go, these are going to be here. But this is really good. Look at this. 2014 GMC Terrain. I'll be honest with you. I bought a 2015 and I paid 20 racks for it, right, in 2021. So this will tell you how much the car market has adjusted. And this is Kansas City. So it's $8,795, right? 22 city, 32 highway, right? It's an all-wheel drive vehicle, 96,000 miles on it. So it has 100,000 miles left on it. It's only 9 grand. Like, that is really not bad. And here's another one, 2015 Chevy Equinox, right? Sport utility, 4 grand. Has 182,000 miles on it, which is a lot. But if you're just looking for like a beater to get you to and from work, 4 grand is not fucking bad at the end of the day. Now we're going to move to Michigan, right? This is Detroit. 2012 Jeep Liberty Sport SUV 4-door, $6,800, 98,000 miles. This is not bad, right? Like legitimate 4-wheel drive, alloy wheels, AC, heat, all that nonsense because it's a newer car, right? And they come with everything. That's not $6,800 is not terrible for a car with less than 100,000 miles on it. Now it has its own problems, with like the platform as a whole, but like in general, this is a solid 50,000 miles on it. That's, for most people, year and a half, 2 years worth of fucking driving. 2 years for $6,800. Math? I mean, that's like $500 a month for a year. For 2 years, that's $250 a month for that fucking car. That's not terrible. You know what I mean? Like, that's just value-wise is what I'm looking at, okay? So, this is the second SUV in Michigan, right? 2008 GMC Acadia SLT 4700, 95,000 miles on it. Less than 100,000 miles, $4,700. This is not bad, right? Legitimately, this is not that bad for a vehicle. Like, we were used to everything being really fucked up in the car market. Here's another 2010 Ford Edge Sport SUV 4-wheel drive, $3,800. Now, it does have 157,000 miles on it. Shit. Like, $3,800 is not terrible. You know what I mean? Like, this is not bad at all, right? If you're in like the Michigan area. Now, let's go down to Georgia, right? Because look at these fucking prices in Georgia. 2014, right? GMC Terrain SLE, right? We just saw one of these in the airplace. $6,000 for 150,000 miles. Now, that is high mileage, right? In the end of the day, 150,000 miles is high mileage. But you still got around 50,000 miles left on that vehicle. Now, granted, and here's the thing, it's 10 years old, right? And this car originally, when it sold, was like $24,000, $25,000. And it's depreciated. But honestly, these are not bad cars. They don't drive bad. They don't got any balls to them, right? They have like no nuts, whatever. Like in any way, shape, or form. They have no balls at all, right? But it's not a terrible vehicle. You know what I'm saying? For $6,000, I mean, shit. This comes with an infotainment system. You can hook your phone up to it. So there's Bluetooth accessibility because I had one of these, right? Touchscreen, like the whole nine. It's not a bad car. Let's keep going. 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude Sport 4-door, right? Now, 70,000 miles, $9,000. It's not bad, right? Like, and this is Atlanta, right? This is Atlanta, Georgia. In the end of the day, not terrible, right? Like, as an in general thing. Now, granted, the Jeep name as a whole has really taken a beating here recently. Well, this is not fucking terrible in any way, shape, or form. All right, 2010 Ford Flex Limited Sport Utility 4-door, right? It got 140,000 miles on it, but it's only $5,000. I mean, the mileage isn't great. It's 17 mpg in the city, 24 highway, right? Which is 20 combined. But again, this is not awful. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle, you know what I'm saying, for $5,000. It's not bad. Then we got a 2011 GMC, and we're in California now. Okay, this is San Juan, California, right, which is just below San Francisco. $5,400, 2011. I told you there's a lot of these GMC Terrains out here. This is a 2011. The ones we were looking at before were 2014, right? This is 179,000 miles on it. It's $5,400, right? Now, this is a little more pricey, but it's more pricey of an area in general. But it's not bad, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because you're paying, again, it's $5,400. Like, when you get down to it, really, what you're talking about, again, is less than $500 a month if it lasts you a year. If you make it last you 2 years, you do regular maintenance on this vehicle, right? It's $250 a month. You know what I mean? like overall, when you stretch everything the fuck out. I mean, that's not terrible for a vehicle, right? Uh, grab this because just cause. All right, 2008 Mercedes-Benz GL Class GL 550 Sport Utility 4-door. Right, driven 170,000 miles. That's a lot for a Mercedes. Right, it's a lot, but it's only $4,500. Like, that is not terrible. Like, typical features, leather seats. Of course it has. It's a fucking Mercedes. It's got to have leather seats. The only thing I wish that this motherfucker would have had was that bounce thing. I don't know if y'all seen them things on the YouTube shorts where it's like, bump, 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 bump. Yeah, listen, I get down, dude. When it starts bouncing, like, oh, bro, like, oh, that is the, I don't know, I like the song, man. It's catchy as shit. But I'm kind of tardly in the end of the day, right? But yeah, it's four-wheel drive. You know what I mean? Little bullshit ass SUV. Not terrible. Okay, check this out. And we're still in California, by the way. 105,000 miles, $6,800, 2014 Jeep Patriot Sport SUV. Now, I'm not 100% sure what motor this has in it. From the looks in it, it's probably like a 4-cylinder, right? But, I mean, listen, 105,000 miles. It's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Austin, Texas SUVs. 2016. Now, I'll be honest with you, this was a little bit more difficult doing this shit in like Austin, Texas, right? Because like it just as a whole, I'll be real, like there's a lot of Mexican stuff on, a lot of Spanish stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? In Texas. So, what we had 2016 Nissan Rogue SE Sport, Sport Utility, 4 doors, $7,850. Not bad, right? In the end of the day. Like, it's really, for 103,000 miles for a Nissan, I mean, you know, they are kind of junk, but on the same level, like, this is not bad, right? Check this out. $3,200, 106,000 miles, 2017 Ford Explorer. This is not bad, right? And it even comes with a warranty because it's at a shop, right? Like, this is not terrible. Look at it says requirements: passport or some U.S. identification, a bill from where you live, and proof of how you are paid at work. Fucking Texas, bro. Y'all are ridiculous. All right, let's see here. 119,000 mile 2014 Jeep Compass Altitude Edition Sports Utility 4-door. $5,000, 119,000 miles on it. Tell me that's not bad, right? Tell me that's bad. I mean, it's only 2-wheel drive, right? Which sucks, right? At the end of the day, I bet you it's 4-wheel drive. It has to be 4-wheel drive. I don't think Jeep makes anything it's not 4-wheel drive, right? And I mean, but again, it's Texas, so you know it's not gonna be rusty because, like, you know, they ain't got no fucking salt water down there, and they don't have no snow, so they don't put salt in the fucking roads every year. Like, I bet you, look, this is not a bad car. Okay, we're in PA. Now, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right, as a whole, is just like Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Things are expensive. Cars break down all the time. Like, literally, I have a car right now, and like I have to replace all the brake lines because the salt just rusted them the fuck out. Just this is how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's not my fault, not the state's fault, it's not anybody's fault. It's how weather works. So 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Sport Utility 4-door, $89,999. Right, 112,000 miles, $9,000 for a car with 112,000 miles on it. 4-wheel drive, whole nine. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice color. It looks pretty. You know what I mean, got a beast mode ass fucking like little suspension on it. This is a great little fucking it's a great SUV, right? For $9 fucking grand. This is not terrible. Okay, 60,000 miles, 14,500 Chevy Suburban 1500 LS Sport 4-door. Listen, 60,000 miles for 15 grand. Beautiful. I mean, like, listen, if you want a Suburban, this is amazing, right? It's like legit. Suburbans are like the best cars ever. They're fucking bulletproof. You know what I mean? GM's been making them since, I want to say 1945, something like that. It's a great fucking model. It's a great truck. They always go up in value long term. And, you know what I mean? Like, parts for them are extremely plentiful. 2014 Nissan Rogue SL Sports Utility 4-door, right? $6,000, 95,000 miles. Automatic transmission, exterior color silver, you know what I mean? Like, 32 miles per gallon. Again, 95,000 miles. This is beautiful, right? Like, listen, this is a great fucking vehicle in the end of the day. Like, legit. All right. Next up, trucks. Okay. We're back in Detroit. All right. So, 2007, right? Chevrolet Suburban, 1,500, 146,000 miles. These are trucks now, right? And I went look for pickup trucks. I grabbed this because I like it. Listen, allow me my vices. All right, 146,000 miles on it, right? For $5,500. This is not terrible, right? And this is me just look, listen, what I'm doing here is I'm showing you that different markets are different, right, around the country. And this is why, like, I'm a big fan of regionalism in the end of the day. Like, none of this shit makes any fucking sense why we keep doing it the way we're doing it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, listen, we're one united thing. No, we're not. We have different fucking problems everywhere we go. It's fucking stupid. 2011 Ford F-150 Super Cab FX4 pickup, 4-door, 6.5-foot bed. 175,000 miles on it, $5,500. This is not bad, right? Like, this is not a bad truck. You know what I mean? And keeping it 100, like, it's a Ford F-150. All right, you can get parts for this anywhere, and you can literally just swap the fucking motor out if you need to, or the transmission. It's not even that big of a fucking ordeal. Like, and again, 175,000 miles, and it looks great. You know what I mean? It looks like it's in great fucking shape. Dodge Ram. There's going to be a lot of Rams on this list. Like, legit. So, pickup trucks are a weird thing, right? Depending on where you are, depends on what type of pickup trucks you have. So, this is a 2009 Dodge Ram 1500 Crew Cab SLT pickup truck, 4-door, 5.5-foot bed, driven 190,000 miles for its $6,000. I mean, if you need a truck, right? I mean, this would be great for like some guy who, you know, I mean, just needs a truck to go to and from work and do some scrapping on the weekends. You know, I mean, if you're fucking handy, you can replace parts. Like, shit, this is a great little truck for you. You know what I mean? At 190,000 miles, it's $6,000. $6,000 is not terrible, right? It is 100% doable. Now we get to Kansas. All right, so TK sent me this. TK's out in that neck of the woods, right? I don't want doxing, but like, legitimately, 125,000 miles, 7,500. There are no four-wheel drive trucks in fucking the Midwest. I don't know what is going on in the Corn Belt, why none of you have four-wheel drive trucks. All of these are two-wheel drive. I don't know why. I have no idea what's going on in this neck of the woods. None of, like, literally, I think it's because you all commute 85 bajillion miles and you're like, listen, I don't need four-wheel drive. I just want to be able to drive back to my fucking suburb, right? You know what I mean? After working for fucking 14 hours a fucking day. Right? And then I got to drive 700 miles to work each way. Like, fucking, it's ridiculous. So, 125,000 miles, fucking, which is not terrible for $7,500. Not awful, right? In the end of the day. $7,900, again, two-wheel drive truck, right? 160,000 miles. I mean, that is a lot. I'll be honest with you, for $8,000, right? It really is. But it looks new. And I think that's kind of a lot of the problem that we're having with some of these vehicles is that it doesn't look a lot different than like the newer trucks do in the end of the day. I mean, like, the newer trucks are more like fucking electric razors, but like, this is still electric razor-ish. You know what I mean? And it looks good. Like, it kind of held its look in the end of the day. Okay. So this is, yeah, look, these are all two-wheel drive, right? I forget what the fucking thing is on this, but like, legitimately, man, listen, I should have grabbed more trucks. Did I grab 4 trucks? No, I grabbed 3 trucks for this one. Right, 185,000 miles. I'm pretty sure that this was like, this was like $5,000 or something, but it's 185,000 miles and it's two-wheel drive. I'll be honest, I would not buy a truck in this neck of the woods, right? Because I don't buy anything that's not four-wheel fucking drive when it comes to being a truck. Georgia, all these trucks are going to be four-wheel drive. Like, they don't even need it because it never snows, right? It just rains sometimes. But like, all these motherfuckers go out to the lake or out to the creek. 180,000 miles, 2005 Ford F-150 Super Cab XLT pickup, 4-door, 6.5-foot bed, $5,000. I mean, I don't like this year. I don't like this model. I don't like the look of it, right? I'm not a Ford guy in any way, shape, or form. I mean, bow ties are my fucking life. You know what I mean? As far as vehicles are concerned. But, I mean, this is not terrible. You know what I mean? 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew Cab XLT pickup, four-door, 6.5 foot bed, 10,500 and 185,000 miles. It's expensive. Trucks are expensive as an in general thing, because new trucks are going for like $50,000, 55,000, 70,000, 80,000, 110,000. Right? They're ridiculous. So I mean, in the end of the day, like the new trucks are so fucking expensive that like it's just raising the price of the older trucks. But even then, this is a 2018, so really it's like what, 6 years old? You know what I mean? That's not bad, but that is a lot of fucking miles. But they drive a lot down south. You know what I mean? Like they'll like, the southern people are weird to me. Like for us, like if our family lives more than like 20 minutes away from us, we'll never see them again in their lives if we don't go there, right? Because they're not coming to see you, because that's a long drive for us. Like 20 minutes is like insane for us to drive. It's fucking crazy. Like, we have a weird life up here in the north. But 2008 Ford F-150 Super Cab FX4 pickup, four-door, you know what I'm saying, 5.5 foot bed, 152,000 miles, $5,200. This is not bad. Four-wheel drive, ABS, you know what I'm saying, '09, has everything you fucking need. It's not bad, right? Okay, so listen, all right, I'm a car guy, so like I kind of like trucks, and I like, you know what I mean, vehicles. I just grabbed this because I thought it was nice looking. 1988 Ford F-150 regular cab XL pickup truck, two-door, square body, right? This is like again, driven, I'm assuming 160,000 miles because it says 1,600, but 3,500 fucking bucks. I mean, it got the 351 in it. You know what I mean? It's a 5.8 liter. I almost promise you that. It's either a 5.8 liter or a straight six. You know what I mean? And it's four-wheel drive. You can see from them hubs, right? You see the hub sticking out right there, right? That's that four-wheel drive hub on it. You know, I mean, these are great vehicles. You know what I mean? They're not, don't plow with them because you'll bend the fucking frame. You know what I mean? My dad did this before. But, you know, these are amazing vehicles. You know what I mean? You know, stand here, if you want to jack it up and paint it properly, you know, because that's not the natural fucking paint color of that, because that's already been painted once, by all means. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is a fucking awesome little truck. You know what I mean? It's California. Okay, $5,800, 2003 Chevy Silverado, 156,000 miles on it. This is a two-wheel drive. No, wait, this is a four-wheel drive. I looked this up. Four-wheel drive, 156,300 miles on it, right? $5,850. I mean, listen, got rims, a whole nine, right? You can assume that it probably got some, you know what I mean, chrome will get you home shit on the valve covers, right? Like, you know, it is what it is, and this is a nice truck, right? California fucking style, you know, if you like, you know, not bad. We're still in Cali. 2017 Dodge Ram 1500 Hemi, 11,800, driven 98,340 miles. It's 11,800 bucks. 9,800 miles or 98,000 miles. Not bad, right? In the end of the day, this is not bad for a fucking vehicle. Listen, prices are going back to normal. All right, we're in Texas for our trucks, okay? Texas is truck capital of the planet. Everybody has to have a truck to do everything they fucking do because it's Texas. You know what I mean? Belt buckles and goddamn cowboy hats and fucking cowboy boots and Mexicans, right? Every ad, I swear to God, in Texas is all like, all the like the descriptions are all in fucking Spanish. But 2016 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT pickup truck, four-door, 5.5 foot bed, 15,900 bucks, driven 88,000 miles. That is not bad. It's 8 years old at this point. But, again, 88,000 miles for fucking 16,000 bucks. That is not terrible, right? I mean, it's really fucking not. I mean, back in the day, it would have been worse. But again, like, look at it, it's all space age and shit. You know what I mean? Got that fucking brand new grill on it and whatnot. Like, it kind of looks the same as the new ones do. Like, this is still, we're still in the same body style. You know what I mean? That they had back then. Like, it is what it is. All right, 2002 Dodge Ram 1500, which I'll be honest with you. All right, Dodges are junk. We all know they're junk. 6,000 miles or 6,000 bucks, 180,000 miles. I mean, listen, like the place where this is in Texas, it looks like a place I would not want to go to buy a car. I wouldn't want to go to like get pussy, let alone like buy a car in a neighborhood. It looks like I look like a fucking barrio. I'll be honest with you, bro. That look like a dangerous neighborhood. Look, it ain't even road, bro. It ain't even concrete. It's not even a driveway. It's some type of weird stone mash thing. Like I don't even know, bro. Like it looks sketchy. I'll be honest with you, but it's $6,000. You know what I mean for a fucking truck. Oh wait, 158,000 miles. 4-door, 8-foot bed. Fucking right. 8-foot bed. I mean, you can put a sheet of drywall on that bitch. Right? $6,800. 4-wheel drive. Say, you know what I mean? Like, listen, this is not bad in any way, right? Like, legitimately, right? Like, the used car market's chilling. All right, so welcome to Pennsylvania. It's gonna be a little different up here, all right? Because again, like we have road salt and just everything rusts to shit, and any miles that are on a vehicle are going to be hard miles. If you're in PA, like it is hard miles. Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, these are hard miles on these trucks. This is climbing mountains. Even on your highway, you're climbing mountains. Bro, listen, you say all highway miles, they be like, bro, why is it leaking oil like that? Because, like, this is PA. Listen, all right, 2005 Chevy Silverado, 2500 HD extended cab work truck pickup, 4-door, 8-foot bed, $5,500. Driven 181,000 miles, 181,000 miles. Listen, I mean, if it runs, it's not a bad deal, right? In the end of the day, like this is a truck you buy for your 17-year-old, right? Or you help him buy, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. This is a kid's truck at this point. The teenagers, early 20s, you ain't got no kids, it breaks down. That motherfucker better learn how to fix some shit. You know what I mean? This is what this truck is for. All right, check us out. All right, 2010 Ford Ranger Super Cab Sport pickup truck, 4-door, 6-foot bed, $4,800, 174,000 miles. Now look, not bad, right? And this is not bad, okay? Like I'll be honest with you, this is a Ranger 4-wheel drive, right? This is perfect. Like this is basically Ford's version of the Taco, right? I mean, this is a great little fucking truck. Like whoever gets this is going to love it, you know what I mean? And they will fall in love with this vehicle, right? All right, so 2001 GM Sierra 1500 extended cab, $4,500, 168,000 miles. Now this is basically a Chevy 1500, right? Excuse me, need a drink. This is not bad, right? In the end of the day, I mean, $4,500 for 168,000 miles. If this lasts you another year, you know what I mean? Like again, you're basically spent, $350 a month on a car. This is not terrible in the end of the day, and it'll run, and you can get parts for it anywhere. That's the best part of this fucking vehicle, right? Legit. All right, so now we are back to, we're at the last segment of this, which is sedans, okay? And we are back in Michigan. Now, in Michigan, or the sedan thing is a little difficult, right? Because, like, finding similar models, the only ones you can really find everywhere are these Dodge Chargers, right? Are every fucking where for sale, right? With ridiculous miles. Again, $6,000 for 181,000 miles, 2015 Dodge Charger SXT, right? 181,000 miles. I mean, this is a shitbag car, and it's terrible, and no one fucking wants these at this high of a fucking mileage. But if you're fucking 22, this is a great mistake to make. 2013 Ford Fusion titanium sedan, fucking $5,500, driven 123,256 miles. It's 123,000 miles, $5,500. I mean, this is way better than the shit I was driving when I was a pup. 18, 19 years old. Shit. How many of my cars had like 190,000 miles on them? And they were old 90s car with 3800s in them. Or even worse, Those 2.5 liter or 3.1 liter piece of shit V6s, just garbage, right? 2018 Chevrolet Malibu LT, right? Sedan. We're in Michigan, by the way, right? 6,500 bucks, 142,200 fucking miles. Kansas. We're back in Kansas City, Kansas. 2016 Nissan Sentra SV sedan, four-door, driven 130,000 miles, right? Again, this is not bad. Again, this is a Nissan for $6,000. I mean, it's 8 years old, but only has 130,000 miles on it, right? I mean, it's new to you. This is not terrible. 2015 Kia Optima. Let me tell you something about these Kia Optimas, man. Legit. You find you a 5-speed, right? Kia Optima. And like I've driven, like they're not bad. Like they fucking gone. Right? They are great fucking little cars. 110,000 miles. 110,000 miles. You hear what I'm telling you? Right? Listen, 5,700 bucks. Dude, not bad. Right? 2018 Hyundai Elantra Limited, $7,000. Right? 87,000 miles. That is not terrible. Right? I mean, remember all the old Hyundais we used to fucking see running around? Like those shitty fucking terrible fucking Hyundai Elantras and shit way back in the day? And they were just utter and complete garbage. It's a pretty well sorted out car. Right? All right, we're moving to Georgia. Look here. 2014 Chevrolet Cruze 1LT sedan. 132,000 miles. 3,500 bucks. 10 years old, $3,500. What's that? 3 paychecks for most people at this point? Maybe 4? This is not, this is a month's pay. Right? This is not terrible. Right? And literally you have a car that runs and you're good. You ain't got to worry about shit. 2008 Nissan Altima 2.5S. You know about this car. I mean, listen, a little busted up here in the corner. You know what I mean? A little fucked up. 200,000 miles on it. Okay? But again, it's a Nissan Altima, so it's going to run a little bit. $2,500. Can you really argue with that? I mean, listen, you might end up having a problem where a guy's going to get out of the jail and see you in his car and feel a way about that. You know what I mean? But just keep a gun in the fucking glove compartment. You'll be all right. All right? You will be fucking cool. Okay? Still in Georgia. Decatur, right? Fucking we're in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? 40-mile radius around there. 2016 Ford Fusion SE. Is $7,800, so $8,000. 115,000 miles. I mean, that is not bad. 115,000 miles. That is like, again, that leaves you what? 85,000 miles to put on this bitch before you really got to start worrying about blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Happening. Right? Still in Georgia. And I got 4 from Georgia because like there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to look at. Right? 2013 Hyundai Elantra Limited Sedan. Right? 4-door. $3,800. 174,000 miles. And again, this is only $4,000. You make this bitch last you a year. Right? You're talking about like fucking $300 a fucking month that you spend on a fucking car. California. Again, we're back. Dodge Chargers are everywhere. Right? Now, this has a knock, right, in the motor. Right? You know what I'm saying? Or a miss. It has a miss in the motor. Like one of the pistons is like fucking missing. And you don't know whether it's probably going to be like your, whether it's going to be the spark plug, the wire, fucking, you know what I mean, your coil pack. You're not sure whether it's like a fucking rocker or cam lobe. You never know what it's going to be. Probably fucking something ridiculous with this. But 157,000 miles, $5,800. You're probably talking down to $4,000. It's not terrible, right? Cali, 100,000 miles, $4,000, 09 Nissan Altima 2.5. And this time, you know what I mean, you ain't got the whole busted ass, you know what I mean, like corner to front car, right? This is not terrible, right? This is not fucking terrible. 2017 Nissan Sentra S Edition 4-door, $49,999, right? $5,000, 50,000 miles. This is not bad, right? Legit. This is not terrible, man. Like real shit, cars are becoming remote. Like I get $5,000 for a car of 50,000 miles. This is fucking beautiful. 2017 Hyundai Elantra SE sedan, 7,800 bucks, 80,000 miles on it. Explain to me, right? Like, explain to me how that's bad, right? I mean, I understand, like fucking if you grew up in like the 70s or 80s and you're a boomer and like, oh, that's too much money for that car. Oh, I remember in my day. Listen, I'd say the same shit, but I'll be honest with you, like I'm just accustomed to it at this point. I know what it is. Oh, by the way, we're in Austin, Texas again. I just want to let you know. 2014 Kia Optima XS Turbo. Why do all the places in Texas look like, places you would never want to fucking go? Like, y'all just growing ghettos there? Like, it's just like, y'all gonna change your motherfucking, you gonna change your like your Texas anthem to like Akon's joint? Like, in a ghetto, the ghetto. Now, is that what you're gonna do? I feel like that's what you're gonna do. All right. 2014 Kia Optima XX Turbo sedan, four-wheel drive, or four-door. Right, sorry, four-door. Right. 118,000 miles, 4,800 bucks. That is not bad in any way, right? 2012 Chevrolet Clues, Clues, man. It's Blues Clues. I need to watch that shit. 16,600 miles. I don't fucking believe that for a second. That's 160,000 miles, 600. Right? 166,000, 100 has to be, right? Because it's 4,300 bucks. Right? Legitimately. There's no way it's that fucking cheap. But if it is, somebody's giving this fucking car away. All right, we're back in Pennsylvania. Okay. And this is all we got left is the PA sedans. 2014 Ford Fusion Titanium sedan, four-wheel drive, 7,000 bucks, driven 130,000 miles. Promise you this is an ex-cop car, right? 2016 Kia Optima EX sedan, four-door, 8,800 bucks, driven 76,540 miles. I mean, again, this is a fucking steal, like legit. You know what I mean? Like $9,000 for a car with 76,000 miles on it. Come on, man. Like, and by the way, can y'all stop buying white cars? Can you stop doing, like, I'm always worried a cop's going to pull me the fuck over. Like, for fuck's sake, please stop doing that shit. 2012 Chevrolet Cruze LS sedan, four-door, $3,000, 139,670 miles. Okay, listen, I'll be honest. This is a bad neighborhood that this is in. All right? But this is a fucking decent car. You're probably going to have to do a proper fucking flush on the transmission, the oil, the radiator, all these things if you get it. But again, $3,000 for a car with 130,000 miles on it. This is not terrible. And if you think it is, like, you're thinking wrong. Like, real shit. But yo, look, man. I did this video for TK. I know you wanted me to get Willie involved. And it would have been great to get Willie involved, but Willie's not around. So I had to do this by myself. All right? But I hope you enjoyed me traveling across the country on different Facebook marketplaces and grabbing different examples of cars and different prices to show you, right, that like literally just because you live in a place doesn't mean that it's going to be the same everywhere. And maybe you should look around, you know what I mean, and see what you can do, because literally it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like just go somewhere else to find a fucking car, you know, because things are getting better in the car market. And we'll do some more exploring of why that is here soon. But yo, look, I'm Tom Pease of Pnoid News. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm up out of here. Peace.